Hey, good morning. So guess what? I found a seamstress. I'm going to give her an email today and offer her a job. Just fell into my lap. So that's really exciting. But I got something to tell you that I thought was really, really cool. So you know my friend's pregnant. I've been watching over her. They were hoping she'd go into labour by herself, and it looked like she would, otherwise she's going to have a C-section. And it looked like everything was going that way. But her baby stopped causing contractions and stuff, and she's still 4 centimetres dilated, and it's been like 7 days. So her gynaecologist has done a sweep of the membrane, and she's just started having contractions now, but they're so far between that it's like not worth doing anything yet. But she said, I don't understand it because he seems so ready to come out. And I said, yeah, something's not right. I said to her, I'm going to ask him and see what the hold up is, because he seemed like he was rearing to go. So I said to her unborn child, as you do, what's the hold up? And he goes, I'm waiting on her. And so I said to my friend, he says he's waiting on you. And she's like, well, I've got everything ready. She goes, maybe it's because I haven't put the car seat in the car. So she got her husband to do it. And he still kept saying he was waiting for her. So I said to her yesterday, look, I'm going to ask him what the hell's going on, because this doesn't make any sense. So I said to him, I said to her, I need to figure this out because it's going to drive me up the wall, because I know what he's saying and it's not making any sense. So I said to her, he said he was waiting on her. And I said, so you're completely ready, you got your bags packed, blah, blah, blah. And she said, yeah, all done. So I said to her, who's your gynecologist? Who's the one performing the surgery or delivery? And she said her name's Eliza or Alyssa something. Golitz or something like that. And I said to her, so she's a woman. I said, maybe he means he's waiting on the surgeon, the gynecologist. I said to her, don't be surprised if there's either a delay in the delivery, like the gynecologist turns up late or is replaced by somebody else. And she goes, well, I do have a replacement and her name's blah, 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 blah. And I said, there's something to do with timing. I said, because he's saying to me, it's timing. Timing's everything. It's all in the timing. And I said, it's almost like certain planets have to be aligned or something like that, but he's not coming out until the timing is perfect. I said, it's like divine timing, like he's got to wait for the perfect timing. So then I said, it's like planet alignments. It's got something to do with planet alignments. And then a few hours later, she rang me up to say that her surgery's been moved by like a couple of hours or something. And that she's realised that the day they want to take him out makes him a Virgo, not a Leo. So he's waiting to be a Virgo, not a Leo. I was like, oh my God. I said, I told you I could talk to your baby. She was like, oh my God. It was so funny. There's something special with that kid though. I mean, Virgos are the rulers of like balance. They are light and dark. They can be both worlds quite easily. Sinners and saints quite easily. But he has a strong maths frequency about him. I said to her, I think he's going to have a head for numbers. his frequency is very mass-like. That's how I read frequencies of, it's part of the binary code, the matrix, when I read people's codes. Atoms to me have a frequency that I can pick up on, that I understand, and because I always say that atoms are made up of time, gravity, momentum, magnetism and balance in the middle. And then whatever gets attracted, like consciousness is in the middle, and whatever gets attracted to the consciousness in the core of an atom decides its fate. See, we're mostly minerals. We attracted mostly minerals and, water and, gases and things like that. But other living creatures attracted varying minerals, and that's why we're all, different species of things, animal, mineral or vegetable, but we all originated from the one source. That's how I read it. That's genetic memory. So you got time, gravity, momentum, magnetism, balance in the middle. Consciousness contains it. And the balance of consciousness, like the dials on a compass, decides the fate of what it becomes next, matter or antimatter. But it's the expansion of the consciousness that expands consciousness. The balance, the symbiosis of the consciousness in the middle decides whether that consciousness itself expands and becomes matter or contracts and becomes antimatter, deciding its genetic fate. But there are some frequencies that miss those key 5 elements, and mass misses the element of time, the consciousness of time. Mass has a frequency of momentum, magnetism, gravity and balance, but it doesn't have the time element to it, because if you look at mass, what's in the infinite number? Mass has no time limit. Mass has no time. Mass is infinite like time. So that's why the frequency of mass doesn't need the time element. But see, art for me, when I think of the art frequency, it's just momentum, magnetism, and balance in the middle. Balance decides art's fate. And writers, it's gravity and time, momentum, magnetism. It's like but as it flows, it peaks at the top. So yeah, anyway, so he's got a mass frequency. So I said to her, you need to start playing him classical music, because it is known to switch on neurons in the brain. That's why plants love classical music. And I said to him, and you need to play him Iron Maiden. I said in his crib, when he's little, play him Iron Maiden, because the music in Iron Maiden's music has the highest mass frequency in its tempo. That I love Iron Maiden, but yeah, Iron Maiden have the highest mass frequency in its tempo. Apparently, it's the higher the IQ, the more mass you're attracted to in the music, and Iron Maiden has the highest frequency. So I said to her, play him Iron Maiden and play him classical music. I said from now until he tells you to stop, basically. And I said, because the high mass frequency, and I think he's going to be drawn to it. And I said, I think your kid's going to put your family name in the history books. That kid's going to be something, I'm telling you now. I mean, with a name like Thor. But yeah, I had to tell you that story because I thought that was just really interesting. We're watching a Leo become a Virgo between our right in front of our eyes. So Yeah. Him and I have an incredible link. I said to her, I think that kid's going to have quite a gift on him. It's good. She's coming to work for me, so he'll be at my school. So my school would be the perfect place for him. Like she's gonna, her kids are gonna grow up with my kids. She's gonna, be my accountant in Murica. So my school is the perfect place for that kid. It's just, oh my God, it's so exciting. So anyway, I had to tell you that story. So yeah. Mwah.